Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is April the 22nd, 2016, and I got a really interesting one for you here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but I recommend you watching full screen. Okay, so earlier today, this is hours later right now, but right here you see this. You see the falcon wing that I've shown before, right? This is like the Atlanta Falcons pattern in the weather. It's almost exactly the same. It's where the pattern comes from. But anyways, usually see this falcon wing in the Pacific Ocean, not over Europe or Asia or wherever it is right now. Eurasia. Okay, you don't usually see it right here, but earlier today I seen it and I saved this whole area of weather, right? Saved this whole section of weather, and I wanted to see what would happen if I took this falcon wing pattern and took it over to my Google Earth and put it over in the Pacific where I usually see it and overlaid it there. So that's what I did. Let me show you here. So I did that, and this was earlier, the weather earlier, and there's the wing, and I overlaid it right where you see it in the Pacific usually, which is right here in the Pacific. That's where I got videos showing it, but to get it to align, I had to find somewhere to align it to, so I just took this straight line I seen in the weather right here, right? And since I know this goes here in this area somewhere, and this straight line was in the weather right here, I just put that with the Hawaiian Island chain. What do you think? So that's going pretty good so far as I can tell. So we got that going. So that's the best I could do aligning it right there. Just that straight line and the wing, putting it in the proper place where I usually see it. I showed it in videos there. It's the falcon wing pattern. It's not just a random pattern. It's a pattern that's from this pattern. This shape is on the earth somewhere. So that's why we see it in the weather so often. I mean, very often we see it in the weather. So anyways, what I did, I don't know, about an hour ago, I took, I got overlays all over the place, and I got one right here in North America called Mare Oriental that's set in place, been there for a long time. It's an absolutely perfectly positioned crater of the moon overlaid over North America, very large because that's what size it is. Now watch what happened when I did this. Okay, here's that weather. Let me go up and back up to that picture. I gotta find it right up here somewhere. Should be right here. Yep, right down here. Okay, so I brought this up. Now check it out. There's not much to work with here, but there's enough. You get enough. Now look at this area here, right here. See this curve on all this, all that part of the moon? Watch the weather. You can see these 2 points right here completely. You can see that curve is there. That without any adjustments or anything at all, that fell right into place just like that. I know that you think that might be coincidence, but it's not, because this has been set in place, and that's because. And I put this right here just because I've seen the wing here before, and to have this straight line here, this line up, and this line up to that, just shows that both continents, both land masses must have drifted over the same spot on the Earth or something. It means something. But anyways, I have a lot of stuff to talk about, but it's hard for it to come to my mind right off the bat. But anyways, show you a couple things that I've been working on that I've realized recently, or just not really realized recently, but things that I've already confirmed, just being reconfirmed, basically. So I got this picture of Mare Moscovian, Sea of Moscow crater. This is an important crater. This is the Easter bunny, the Easter egg, and all that stuff, and all kinds of stuff. And how can we confirm that? Well, we got relics from the Mayans. Where are they at? I got them here somewhere. I hope I do. Oh, there's something else. I think I'm missing something. Okay, I got it. Right up here should be. Okay, from the Mayans, we have this shape. This whatever it is, with the rabbit in the center of it, right? There's a rabbit. That's a rabbit in the center. And look at the shape of it. and this is the rabbit as well. So it shaped the storm, the Isagi typhoon. This is on the backside of the moon. This means that the Mayans, at one point in time, seen the backside of the moon. That the backside of the moon is definitely, whether they've seen it or not, has definitely faced the Earth, because its pattern, this pattern right here, is all over, with perfection, with absolute perfection. This pattern. Okay, so I got it. There's like this is the. Okay, we got another one, a Mayan drawing or something. Somebody, I don't know if it's probably not old, but it's a rabbit inside the same shape, right? Here we go. See, it's inside the same shape. It has this little section here that makes it look like that. Okay, so that, and then you have the lyre with the strings, right? And you see in that other picture, it's got these lines inside. So there's something to those lines, and there's something to the lyre. And the other day, during that temple of Baal or whatever that they put up in London, they started off the ceremony playing the lyre. Somebody played this instrument in the opening ceremonies of that, you know, them unveiling that the tower or whatever the hell of Baal. Okay, this is, or Baal or whatever. This is Baal right here. I would imagine this is Baal. You see, it looks like a ball. First of all, this part does anyway. It looks like a crystal ball. You turn it upside down, I guess. It looks like it could be like a crystal ball or something. Maybe they've seen it this way. Maybe they've seen it all different ways. Who knows? But that's like a ball to me. And then the lyre. It all goes together. I mean, you might think it's all corny and untrue, but it's not. It's totally true. That's where the lyre comes from. That's where the shape of the lyre comes from. You know, almost all of the ones that you'll see are shaped like this, or you'll see the other one too, but that one's the most common. Okay, and then what else? What else I got here? Oh, but anyways, I wanted to show you that weather pattern. Anyways, that was pretty interesting with the way that aligned. So that means that the European continent, where you've seen that straight line weather, where I just showed the straight line weather, right here. That means that this has been over the Hawaiian island chain, which means that when I said that, it means a lot. I mean, it says a lot. This drifted over this whole area of the crust of the Earth, drifted over this area of the Pacific. Was here at one time, and is not now, but that's what creates that weather right there. This is not coming from Hawaii, then drifting across, you know, coming from here and crossing the continent, and then going all the way over here, and then ending up right here in this area here. See, this is like it's like right here in this area where it was, somewhere right here. So that means that the Hawaiian island chain volcanoes in the past were under this area. There's Spain right there, right? So we're just above there. We can go right there and just come down. We'll look at it right now. Over. So we're at Spain, and it comes down straight across like this. There like that, but it's definitely in the weather there, so whatever's in the weather is showing you what's there. Maybe it comes straight down here, and Greece is like a volcanic, I mean, this is all volcanic area here, but it used to be. That straight line is definitely the Hawaiian island chain pattern shown in the weather. That's definitely, this right here absolutely aligns with the Mare Oriental picture that I had set here, so I just want to point that out. You know, it's hard to see, but it's definitely there, and it's definitely confirms it over and over all day long. So have a good weekend, and you know, just the weather, I'm telling you, brings it all together. It solves the puzzle. I mean, I haven't solved the puzzle, but it just keeps adding pieces to the puzzle, really. But it's pretty cool the way that it showed that. It just shows that this Mare Oriental pattern that's over North America is the same here